kick this one away. And we're off from MetLife. Dory Jackson now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
This is Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt getting it for the first time. Now first down only gets about a yard here. The defender there to force him out. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Throwing here, Milrow. That's his target, that's Torrey Horton. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
All set to go now from the 35.
19 type. Ready? Press on 80.
Milrow with it on first. Taking a deep shot here. He's got it inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take a 6-0 lead right away.
It's an old adage, but it's a true adage. Speed kills. And gosh, I love that, Kate. Right from the jump, you don't wait to get your playmaker started. Get him the ball early. Put a fear of God into this defense.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Calvin Austin on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
On the return, the Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Giants lining things up. 1st and 10. Wilson airing it out to start. Taking a shot deep here. His first throw is an interception. Jack Jones has got it. And the Seahawks are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. What a call for their first pass of the game. And it would have been a big hitter if they completed it, Brock, but just not the right touch on that football, and it ends with an interception.
You could just tell these
on him quick, and they bring him down. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
From the gun, Milrow. Headed out right. Now here he goes. He slides to a stop after a great run, but still not quite enough for that first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That's caught by the rookie from Texas A&M. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. 7 yards on that pickup. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
First down.
They send a man in motion. First down throw here from Milrow. It's caught. This is Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks drive out to an early 14-0 lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Acting like a robot. It's a metal.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. On the move, headed right. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting it into practice right here. You don't see a throw you like, it's too tight a window, don't risk yet another interception.
Escapes the pocket, and they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
Defense's first sack of the game, Kate. We can now see some of the negatives, the trade-offs of his great running ability. When he tries to create, well, he can find himself going backwards, and in this case, a really big loss.
Look at that power, deep left side. So the heave knocked away from the intended targets, and that brings up 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Well, he can't evade the coverage team for months. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 46.
Here we go. Start. Rig alert. Rig alert.
Shaheed coming in motion left. 1st and 10. Here's Jones. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. 2nd down.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
He set up the screen. It's Shaheed. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range. Milrow throwing on 3rd down. Ooh, put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete.
It's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? If they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
For the field goal. A 59-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
He got just enough of that one to make it count. Anything less, and that falls short. From that distance, though, you don't really care. You'll take the field goal no matter how it looks.
And he'll get a couple more on the dive before being marked down.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Has a man on target to Jelton. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. On 1st down, it's Wilson. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Going all the way to the end zone here. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone, but they just can't finish the play. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return.
On the return, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31. One of the tight ends in motion left. Starting on the ground. Hit behind the line. That ball's loose. But it looks like someone from the Seahawks got on top of it, and they'll get it back. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, 70 Timberwolves. Go.
Shotgun now for Milrow. He's caught by Elijah Arroyo. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
First down. A gain of 27 on the play. First down, Seahawks.
They kick the running back in motion.
Check smash, check smash. Cowboy 80. Check.
Here's Milrow, 1st and 10. Running a screen now for Jones. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Here we go.
They've got a man in motion.
70. 19 tight. 7 Pirates.
2nd down carry for Jones. It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. The Seahawks with an early lead. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. About set for the 2nd quarter. Seahawks football here. They've got 3rd and 8.
Cougar 19. 3. Ready.
They'll throw 3rd and long. He puts some juice on it. This is caught inside the 15. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
And 10 yards to go.
70 Lions.
Running back sent in motion. Looking inside the red zone. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're the premium in this league.
He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Third and long for him here. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nakobe Dean. And the Giants will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Intercepted. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
New York to the line. 1st and 10. Wilson now from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Hey, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
To throw again on 2nd and 10. Wilson has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down after his play rips off quite a chunk of yardage there, up to the 30. They gain 11 on that play, and it's good for a New York first down.
First and 10.
Shotgun snap for Wilson. Has it downfield, working the left. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready up. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Sticking in the air with Wilson. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a 10-yard loss. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson to the air.
44-yard line.
Catch is made down the right sideline. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Wilson now, 1st and 10. And this one is launched downfield. And he hauls it in. Touchdown, New York. The Giants parlay the interception into points. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. Boy, there was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he still found his man.
Yeah, you don't really recommend challenging double coverage in the end zone in this league, but when you give your receiver a chance in that spot, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust that your guys are better than the ones surrounding him, and he'll go make that play anyway.
17. Giants.
Sanders all set to send it away. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Let's go. 70 Lions.
Off the play fake, Milrow. He rolls to his right. Right. They connect on the deep shot. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
70. Cougar 19. Mustang 19.
Milrow with it on 1st. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Cougar 19. Ready, ready.
2nd down give to Krosky Merritt. And this drives him back at a field goal range, Brock, as he stops for loss of yardage.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Let's go now. Bronco 80. Go.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Dialing up a receiver screen. And they make the stop, I'm going to say about the 37-yard line.
Jason Myers for the Seahawks field goal.
Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number 1. Stick around, more from MetLife Stadium on the other side. Jason Myers out there now to try a field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. It'll be a 54-yarder from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that extends their lead to 14.
lot of them, they make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
Giants take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Wilson. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Geesh, with each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Throwing again on second down, Wilson. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. To the air on third and long. Throw left side finds Johnson. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here.
And the Giants first down.
Wilson on first and 10. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. Throwing again. Here's Wilson. Bails out of the pocket quick. Trying for the touchdown. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Picked up by Jalen Watson. And the Seahawks are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out and throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
First down throw here from Milrow. Finds him over the middle. He's at midfield. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Well, that right there, Brock, is saving all of your guys a whole lot of work. I see 10 dudes breathing easy out there, and only one of them out of breath, and he's the one holding that football in the end zone.
Are you sure about that? Because you know what I love about these moments? I love especially going back and watching them on tape and watching the big guys. Watching all those alignments. Certainly some are going to walk, some are going to wave, but eventually some will make their way 90 yards downfield to celebrate that one as well. Because you're right, it was one heck of a shift.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Back to work after throwing the pick. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Offense to the line fast.
To Keaton Mitchell. 8 yards on the
Darts
pickup.
out of the shotgun.
Second and 2 at the 36-yard line.
Escapes the pocket. And he'll get it up on the 38-yard line before going down. The Giants using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. On first and 10, here's Dart. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. Has it down close. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive jump. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
From the red zone on first. They can touchdown here, but they cannot connect. So that's going to send them back to the line for second and goal.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
So the incompletion on first. Here is second and goal. Dart from the pistol. And got his man. Touchdown, New York. The Giants chop some of the lead off before the half. Manage that clock beautifully. Down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
So Dart in this offense getting set to go for two.
The Giants will line up.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. That is Nick Emenwari. And he's up to the 7-yard line as he gets all down.
You know, sometimes it just feels like the opposing coaches are sitting right inside your score. They read the call and were set up perfectly to counter.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Shaheed now to return. He's away from one. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
One last play before the break. Shaheed coming in motion left. Final throw before the break. Forced out to his right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. Brought in inside the 20. And he is down all the way to that 15-yard line. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Austin. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. Chased out to his right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, well, they got real sticky. Stay tight and force the throw away.
On play action with Dart. On the move, hit it right. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer. Extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Throw here, third down. Absolutely fires this one right side. That's grabbed inside the 30. And this gets close to the red zone. He is inside the 25. So as we all recover from that last play, it's first and 10 near the red zone.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Dart gonna throw again. Buying some time right. And no look there. That throw falls to the ground. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they face second down.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
They couple together a yard there. Byron Murphy there to make the play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the red zone now. Flushed out of the pocket. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Dart. And again, it's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions that made this 3rd down.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Looking for an open man, and it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Dart going to go for it on 4th. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Well, 99% of what they did was excellent. Right play call, good route, great throw. Just needed to make that catch. That's a situation you expect your guys to convert every time.
Starting the drive with a give to Jones. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. Good hit, but sure would love for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
Krosky Merritt straight ahead. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds, or he can get the 1st down.
The 30! The 10! And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks push their lead further to start the half.
And that right there is why you continue to feed a running back. Definitely the most we've seen him do with any touch this game. And that's exactly what the doctor ordered.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks grow the lead now to 22 points. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Now go play action. Here's Dart. And we put everything he's got behind it. And they can't connect on the deep low. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, here's Dart. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jack Jones has got it. And the Seahawks are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Worked through his progression, nobody available. And by the time he checked it down to the back, you could almost see it coming. A defender there to intercept it.
Because those defenders have clocks, too. I mean, we get so enamored talking about a quarterback's clock, but defenders do as well, and they know when that quarterback's holding the ball and holding the ball, likely a check down is coming. That is just smoke defensive play.
And they take it out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on a screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Seahawks Seahawks pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Wow, how about the timing on that call? They catch him off guard, and it's an easy score on that wide receiver run.
That's exactly right. They crossed up the defense there, busted some tendencies. What a great call. And what great vision as a ball carrier. You don't always see that from wide receivers. That is a job well done.
On the return, here comes Austin. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
And a yard at the 37-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. That is Nick Imanori. And the Seahawks will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Well, we all remember they were able to turn that 1st interception into a touchdown, and now they get a chance to do it again.
Yeah, takeaways are A1. We know that. Every defense preaches it, but when you can score off those turnovers, points off takeaways, that often leads to huge...
And he'll score. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks parlay the interception into points.
We've seen all game long how difficult it has been for this defense to try to contain this guy. Not only through the air, now 2 touchdowns on the ground. It's just been a difference maker.
Now he's Dixon to kick this one away. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Giants lining things up. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Go.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. He's going to push one deep down the right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So at the 20, here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Dart setting in the throw here. He's got it deep downfield. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And the Giants are going to have the 1st down. Here goes Dart to the air. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. Even 10-yard gain on the play. And it's good for a New York 1st down. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you got to admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
No luck finding his receiver that time. So 2nd down coming up. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next.
And that's a New York touchdown. The Giants continuing to fight it least.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Giants offense and Dart looking to get 2 more here.
The Giants will line up for the...
They're going to try and throw it here. Buys time, rolling right. And the call to go for it not awarded as the pass falls incomplete. They're in full comeback mode already here in the 3rd. An onside kick coming up. And it looks like the Seahawks are able to recover that kick. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
Top rope, hop 70, hop 70.
Pistol now for Milrow. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They get 19 on that pickup, and that gives the Seahawks the first.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Seahawks, first down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, go!
Now running out of the pistol, Krosky Merritt. Running in the red zone. He comes to the right sideline. He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
That's such a magnificent run. Quick story time. My first NFL start. Ricky Waters does the same thing. Gets the ball inside and near that goal line. And I get in the huddle. Ricky says, give Ricky the ball. Time to give Ricky the ball. You pull out the running back after such a tremendous effort.
That's a nice quick correction for this front row. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
6, ready.
And the defense holds, Brock. They catch him at the 4. He only gets back to that line of scrimmage.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you kind of set yourself up. Actually, you set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Third and goal now as they try to pile on further.
Trap 60, trap 60. Ready.
From the gun, Milrow. Escapes the pocket. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Goes to the hurry up here.
19, start, Panther 11, Panther 11, 60 Bobcats. 18, Pioneer.
Trying for it with Milrow. He will not escape the rush on 4th and goal. That's a sack. This is going to be a turnover on downs.
I'm going to guess a little deal was cut there by these pass rushers in the huddle. You guys in the secondary, just buy us a little time. We don't need perfect coverage. Just tighten things up so we can get home, and boy, did they ever in a big moment.
Big gain downfield. And he gets this down near the 30. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Giants who are going to have it to start the 4th quarter, partner, in a game that seems pretty far out of their reach. Brock, you remember when they were near their own end zone? Yeah, things have totally changed now. 1st and 10 in enemy territory. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Matt Milano in to pick it off. And the Seahawks will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
Go, Reed, go!
Shotgun now for Milrow. Forced out to his right. It's caught. Robbie Oots makes the play. This one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
70 Rangers. 18 Rattlers, 18 Rattlers.
One of the tight ends motioning left. From the gun, a run for Krosky Merritt. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that 1st down. They say he's maybe a yard short. Seahawks bring it out the punt team. And thankfully, he hasn't been needed until the final quarter. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. New set of downs for him from the 31. Throwing on 1st down. It's Dart. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Slow knocked away. That's going to send it back to the line for second.
The ability to track the ball. Right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Finds a seam down the middle. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
39-yard line.
On first down, here's Dart. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. A big play, and that's him 17 yards. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
Giants, first down.
Darts out of the shotgun. Cut near the goal line. And into the end zone. Touchdown, New York. The Giants making the scoreboard look a touch better. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just some pride drive that we get your job done.
And he is going to get in. That's going to cut a couple more off of that lead. They get the 2 out of it, partner. Nicely done, but into double coverage. Felt like they kind of got away with one there.
That is a quarterback's best friend. I can't tell you how many times your players, your teammates, your offensive skill guys around you come back to huddle. Just say, give me a chance. Please, just give me a chance. Throw it up. I'll make you look good. He did right there.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Giving this to Koski Merritt. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
18, pioneer.
Milrow from the gun. Lobs this deep down the middle. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Milrow throwing on 3rd down. Set up the screen. It's Shaheed. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter, but they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And their lead grows further to 25 points. On now is Dixon to kick this one away.
Kickoff for Seattle.
Here's Tracy on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
On the return, the Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. One play action with Dart. It's everything he has under this one. And they pick him off again. That is Nick Emanwari. And the Seahawks get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10.
Pack to 60. Pack.
Throwing here, Milrow. Room to work at the 35. The 40. Along the sideline inside the 25. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Seahawks continue piling it on here in the 4th.
I think he'll take his highlights however he can get them on a handoff, pin-off, and pass. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is he gets the ball, he gets the touch, and he can do his damage. Big time.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks grow their lead yet again. Now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here's Tracy on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
New York to the line. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Back to work after throwing the pick. Chased out to his right. Dumped off to his running back. And he's hit and sent out right along that line of scrimmage, so no gain on 1st down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Under the gun this time, here's Dart. Completed over the middle. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And it's good for a New York 1st down. Offense up to the line fast.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Dart. Connects on the crosser. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. He gets 16 yards on that play. And the Giants are going to have the 1st down. All set to go now from the 35. Dart going to throw again. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of him.
Seahawks swarming him, and down he goes. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd
Dart's
down.
looking at this 3rd and long. On the move, hit it right. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
All right, this is going to be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Desperation time here on 4th. Finds the in route complete. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Dart from the pistol. This one's going to hit the ground to incomplete. He's looking for his running back there. He's going to send him back to the drawing board now for 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Ready, set go.
From the gun, here's Dart. And it's Johnson with another one. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
16 yards. That's another Giants.
Still sticking with the passing game. He's got it to him yet again. That is cut.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
An all-around tough play for him. Took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
3rd and goal. The offense hoping something can finally go right here. Headed out right. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. As soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Well, might as well go for it here, Brock. They're going to try 4th and goal.
Dragon 6, ready. 18 Cardinal, taps, go.
Desperation time here. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Rodney Thomas has got it. And the Seahawks will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. He's going deep this time. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Hop on the line here on second down, which is only going to make things tougher for this third down coming up. The Giants using their first time out. Giants with an extra DB out there now. Third down. Here he goes. Third and long. Rolling left, buying some time. Oh, he's going to run for it. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Timeout calls, and that's going to be the second for New York. They'll bring out the punter here. Michael Dixon will kick it away. Issues with the snap, but he does get it away. And this is a short kick, though. So this one not hit the way he wanted there. They're going to say it went out short of the 40.
At the 36-yard line.
They've got first down here from the 36. Not deterred by that kick. He's throwing again. Quick slant, caught by Neighbors. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25.
A gain of 10 yards.
Going on first down. It stops. Flush down now to his left. Trying to push deep downfield. And he's got it, so they'll pull a little ways back with the touchdown. The Giants putting up points in a game decided. Now this one has been a long game, no doubt. But hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important part.
And he goes down, the pressure gets home, and they will not take another two off that lead. So look up the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And it looks like the Seahawks are able to recover that kick. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard mark. Seahawks just about set. Here's first and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
They're going to pass it here. Now the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two becomes three, and on.
He's got it inside the 10. The stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. That's all they had. So the offense free to start running the clock down now.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
Now, they don't need points anymore, Brock, but can they resist piling on? Let's see. It's first and goal. Krosky Merritt. And he's across for the touchdown. And that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call. Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Seahawks continue piling on to this lead.
Giants 32.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Giants lining things up. First and 10.
19, let's go now.
Darts back to throw. And he's not going to escape. The Seahawks brought the pressure, and they got it. Hurry up offense now as time runs down.
It's now second and 19.
Darts out of the shotgun. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Ernest Jones with the pick. starting out with an empty backfield, Brock. Here they come, 1st and 10.
Rig alert, rig alert. 70 Timberwolf. Ready, right?
From the gun, Milrow. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Panther Street, Panther Street.
Milrow throwing again now on 2nd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The outcome's decided here. Bucks will get a timeout with 2 seconds on the clock so they can think it over before their final play.
60 Bobcats. Let's go now.
3rd and long for him here. That one is caught. Horton has it. That's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks are running them out of the building. Well, that one might not sit so well with everybody down on the field. Heck, maybe some of his own guys, too, but he had a chance at a touchdown.
Fall back here, get back, doo-doo-doo. Fall back here, get back, doo-doo-doo. Fall back here, get back, doo-doo-doo. Fall back here, get back. Fall like yellow on leaves. Ball like an all-white shirt, no sleeves. Tell her, put it like me. Blowing a coffee, to sleep. You weak, chic. The web look at the boots, fleet. Headache. Got a hook till she give me a headache. Send me